Hello everyone. Here I am again before you as earlier promised earlier with the question and answer pattern discussions for the topic evolution and toxicology. So patterns के बारे में हम लोग already discuss कर चुके हैं. That is we have as discussed earlier. The in this paper also the full mark is uh, end semester examination full mark will be 70 marks for 3 hours, and uh, as per my thoughts मेरे विचार से जो question distribution mark distribution होगा, as we have already seen 20 for the first question, that will be the MCQ, that may be 20 into 1, that may be 10 into 20. The second question about which we are having the discussions, and as per the students' request, this is the short answer type question. And in this class, we are going to discuss about these questions only as requested by my students, which are having their examination most probably day after tomorrow or 4th or 5th. So as usual, we are going to discuss that maybe the question mark questions may carry marks either 4 or 5 as per the decision or instruction of the question setter. If there are each question carries 5 marks, then the question will be the number of the questions will be 4. If the answers carry 4 marks, then the number of questions may be 5. So whatever the do as per requirements. And what should you do, that we have already discussed. The third question will be the long answer type of question, each question carrying 50 marks. Sorry, this will be 2, that is 30. And in these 2 questions, you may have options as per the will or instruction of the paper setter. 4 क्वेश्चन अगर आपको करना है तो वो क्वेश्चन सेटर 5 या 6 दे सकते हैं, जिनमें 2-3 को ऑप्शन मिले, 50% ऑप्शन मिल सकते हैं. दिस इज एप्लीकेबल फॉर ऑल माय प्रीवियस क्लासेस ऑल्सो, जिसमें हमने पेपर 1, 2 और 3 के लिए डिस्कस किया था. So accordingly here also it will be the options may be given in for question number 2 and question number 3. So this is the pattern of questions in your question paper of semester end examination. Now this is the syllabus. Here the syllabus of evolution, and the unit 1 is evolution and unit 2 is toxicology. So at present, we are going to discuss the very short questions, not so very short, because if it is carrying, each question is carrying 5 marks, then it will not be so very short. At least 1 to 1.5 page, the answer must be explained in 1 to 1.5 page. And if there is only diagram, जिसका कि evolution और toxicology में सिर्फ डायग्राम्स के चांसेस काफी कम है. ऐसा कोई भी लेवल डायग्राम आई एम नॉट लुकिंग ओवर हियर जिसमें आप सिर्फ डायग्राम्स दे सकें. बट ऑफ कोर्स इवोल्यूशन में भी और टॉक्सिकोलॉजी में टेबुलर प्रेजेंटेशन के लिए बहुत सारे टॉपिक्स हैं. सो और टेबुलर प्रेजेंटेशंस एज आई हैव टोल्ड यू, डायग्रामेटिक रिप्रेजेंटेशन से या टेबल के फॉर्म में अगर आप आंसर्स देती हैं तो कम लिखने में ज्यादा आप बता सकती हैं, and that will be more mark fetching. So now let us see one by one the short questions for short answers. First, let us come on unit 1, evolution. Now evolution carries the short questions. The first is origin of life, origin of cells, and first organisms. Evolution of eukaryotic cells from prokaryotes, a case of symbiosis. This is the first subtopic of Unit 1 evolution. जिसमें a case of symbiosis, if you remember in our earlier classes when we were doing the systematic and hierarchy of classifications and in the very beginning the synopsis of the chordates and non-chordates, we have seen the endosymbiotic relationship के बारे में हमने देखा था. So the evolution, all the chapters are very much interesting. If you are show your interest, we can see the chapters one by one. But अभी तो हम questions के बारे में बात करें. So let us see the short questions expected from all these subunits. First is origin of life. In origin of life, the short questions are, it may come exactly the origin of life. इसी topic पे आपको 5 नंबर के discussion के लिए आ सकता है. और theories of origin of life, जिसमें बहुत सारी theories हैं, अलग अलग taxonomists, अलग अलग zoologists के evolutionists के हिसाब से. So you can हो सकता है कि एक बहुत ज़्यादा जो some of the theories which I have got are abiogenesis theory, autobiogenesis theory. Then what is biogenesis? That is the origin of life. Then cosmozoic or extraterrestrial origin of theory, or paraspermatic origin of life. Then RNA world, how RNA DNA may be the reason, or they may have given the may have become the origin region for the origin of life. Deep sea vents, community clay, electric spark, these are some of the theories which may be asked or for the explanations. Then are the theories of origin of life, origin and evolution of cells, evolution of first cells, then development of eukaryotes, development of multicellular organisms, endosymbiotic theory of life, community metabolism, evidences for evolution from different areas of biology like anatomy, physiology, embryology, cell biology, heredity, molecular biology. बहुत सारे fields जो different हैं zoology के या biology के, उनके under perception of those branches, how origin of life can be explained. उस पे भी short questions आ सकते हैं. Theory you must have read about these theories. Then are the symbiosis and evolution of eukaryotes, that is the endosymbiosis theory, first cell and community metabolism. Then evidences of evolution, this is another subtopic in which you can have a number of short answer questions like ancient of organism remain, that is the fossils. Then fossil layers, similarities among organisms alive today, similarities in DNA. These are the proofs of the evolution of species from the ancient life to the modern life. Similarities of embryo, theories of evolution. There are a number of theories which you must have read. कोई एक theory के बारे में आ सकता है, Darwinism theory, Lamarckism theory, modern concept of theory of evolution. Then Darwinism theory में जो अलग अलग points हैं जिनमें origin of species, natural selection, sources of variation, that is recombination, mutation, etc. Darwinism, Lamarckism, then pangenesis and heredity theory, genetic drift, natural selection, the key points of the natural selection. Natural selection पे तो full question आ सकता है, origin of species के जो 4 points हैं, उन key points को short question में भी आ सकता है. Then you have to write in very short the 4 points of the theory of origin of species and natural selection. Key points, concept and type of natural selection. Then gene flow, adaptations, स्पीसिएशन, कैसे स्पीसीज की ओरिजिन हुई है, ओरिजिन ऑफ स्पीसीज. Then extinction factors, population genetics, modern concept of evolution, evolution of population, genetic variation in population, then population size and evolution, then Hardy-Weinberg principle of equilibrium. ये इस पर फुल क्वेश्चन भी आ सकता है और इस पर शॉर्ट में मेंशनिंग योर इन अ ग्राफिक वे एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए पार्ट ऑफ क्वेश्चन भी आ सकता है. हार्डी वेनबर्ग प्रिंसिपल ऑफ इक्विलिब्रियम पे इक्वेशन एंड एनालिसिस, अलग अलग इक्वेशन के बारे में, एनालिसिस के बारे में अलग अलग शॉर्ट क्वेश्चंस भी आ सकते हैं. Then is gene frequency, then Mendelian population, types of evolution, micro, macro and mega evolution. तीनों में से कोई एक आ सकता है. फुल क्वेश्चन हो तभी फुल, तीनों को तो शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन में नहीं ही आना चाहिए. Then isolating mechanisms for evolution, and the last is evolution of man, जिससे आप फुल क्वेश्चन तो ऑलवेज एक्सपेक्टेड है और बहुत मार्क फेचिंग है, बट शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन evolution of man में जो important may be expected are objectives in evolution of man, then theories, then evidences, then primates heritage, primates से कैसे evolution हुआ होगा, then evidences of evolution, इसमें paleontological evidences, archaeological evidences, anthropological evidences. ये evidences for evolution भी हो सकता है, evidences for evolution of man भी हो सकता है. इन सारे टॉपिक्स का paleontological evidences, archaeological evidences, anthropological evidences, biochemical evidences, and last but not the least, steps of evolution of man. And if you go through, I know you are having very less time, but it is also very much expected by now you must be very much prepared, as after 1 or 2 days when you are having your exams, so basic preparations तो आपके जरूर हो चुके होंगे notes बना करके. तो go through deeply, reading the notes or the books or the sites जहाँ जो भी आपको जिसको भी आप follow कर रही हैं, and in the last moment it is very much expected कि आप बहुत deeply read कीजिए और have pen pencil in your hand with a page and go on marking the important lines expected for the objectives or the MCQ. So this is how you can prepare your answers for the evolution chapter for short question answers, of course. Now the second unit is toxicology. Toxicology, again, it is a very important, very interesting part. But in this toxicology portion, again, when I have gone through, I'm looking in the syllabus which is given in toxicology, that is mainly meant with the environmental toxicology. Environment को toxic किस तरह से modern factors या modern advancements या the different phenomena किस तरह toxic बना रहे हैं, उस पे आपके ये syllabus में ज़्यादा topics हैं. So otherwise toxicology में जो toxins के बारे में इस syllabus में कम है. So you can I think these topics जो यहाँ पे हैं, ये अपने आप में short questions के लिए each and every topic is important. However, some more factors that I have got, or in my opinion, they may be asked for the short questions I'm giving over here. That is acid rain. As I have told you, ये सब तो important points यहीं पे दिए हुए हैं. Acid rain पे full question भी आ सकता है, short question भी आ सकता है. So always you can expect full questions, but definitely the pattern of answering will be different. And in short questions, short answers, you have to answer differently. Acid rain, greenhouse effect, ozone depletion, heavy metal toxicity. This is a very important part. Heavy metal toxicity, ये आपके every area में जो जो एडिबल फिशेज हैं, प्लांट्स हैं, एनिमल्स हैं, जो हेवी मेटल का उन पे इफेक्ट, इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन विच मे बी इन शॉर्ट, विच मे बी इन लॉन्ग, बट शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन में बहुत ज्यादा एक्सपेक्टेड है। कभी ये भी हो सकता है कि हेवी मेटल्स जो आते हैं, 7 हेवी मेटल्स, जिंक, कैडमियम, मोलिब्डेनम, and some other, exactly I'm not remembering immediately. I think maybe lead, yes, lead is there. So एक एक हेवी मेटल के बारे में भी थोड़ा क्वेश्चन आ सकता है, बट इन जनरल हेवी मेटल टॉक्सिसिटी पर ही ज्यादा एक्सपेक्टेड है क्वेश्चन। देन food adaptive changes, pesticides, effectiveness of food adaptives, environmental carcinogens, EIA, environmental impact assessment, ये very important topic for short answer। इसमें ये तो फुल क्वेश्चन के लिए भी बहुत उतना ही इक्वली इम्पोर्टेंट है। EIA से जो शॉर्ट क्वेश्चंस जो पर्टिकुलरली पूछे जा सकते हैं, दैट इज द पर्पस ऑफ EIA, एम ऑफ EIA and the process of EIA. Then waste in ecosystem, waste management in ecosystem, domestic, agricultural, hazardous waste management. अलग अलग ही होगा, जब अगर एक साथ आता है तो that will be full question only. Domestic waste management, agricultural waste management, hazardous waste management, like that you can always expect the short questions. Then recycling and reuse techniques. What is this is very important and very time relevant topic. Recycling and reuse technology for solid, for liquid waste. That is mentioned in your syllabus, solid and liquid waste. So this recycling and reuse technology for solid waste भी आ सकता है, for liquid waste भी आ सकता है। नंबर ऑफ मार्क्स पर डिपेंड करेगा कि आपका आंसर का लेंथ कितना होता है। These all topics are equally important for full questions, equally important for short questions. Then environmental conservation, environmental management, general aspects of recycling, material flow and waste generation, solid waste management, liquid waste management, toxicity and hazards. So these are some most expected short questions, and while going through this syllabus, I found there are much interested topics in the syllabus. Later when we have time, अभी तो जो आप टॉपिक्स रेज कर रहे हैं अभी मैं उन्हीं को डिस्कस कर रही हूँ, ताकि जो अपकमिंग एग्जाम्स हैं उनमें आपको हेल्प हो सके। At present I have some of the topics that have been requested by the students, जिसमें एक टॉपिक है फिशेस के बारे में, and that I will try to discuss very soon, because I know the time is very short. You must have given these topics earlier so that I could have got time, but anyway I'll try to solve your issues as much as possible. And with this, for semester 1, all the 4 papers we have discussed, the pattern of question, marking and the length of the question answers, and some other aspects which I found to be mentioned in this discussion. So thank you so much. I think this much you have requested for the to discuss, and so do like, share and subscribe my channel. Inform other students who want to discuss any zoological topic. I'll be more than happy to solve your problems, to help you in your studies. Thank you, students. Press the bell icon to get notified about my upcoming videos or upcoming classes. Thank you once again.